Want to create your own cartoon character, just like the ones in Adobe Express, complete with lip sync and movement? In this video, I'll show you exactly how to design, animate, and voice your own custom character step by step using tools anyone can access. Here's the best part. It won't cost you a thing. That's right, all of the programs used in this video are completely free. Welcome to the Creators Compendium. I'm JD. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. So I've covered how to use pre-animated characters from Adobe Express in a previous video. This is a free program in which you can select a character from the list provided and record or upload up to 2 minutes of audio to lip sync. As you can see, there are a lot of characters to choose from, but what if you want to use your own character? I'm going to show you how to create your own character from scratch, and it's a lot easier than you think. To give you an idea, here is a short clip with the Adobe character and my own character side by side. Whether you're just starting your YouTube journey or looking to improve your channel, this space is designed to help you build and grow with confidence. New videos are added regularly with beginner-friendly tips, practical tools, and step-by-step guidance to support every stage of your content creation journey. Subscribe today and start creating with clarity and purpose. The first thing you want to do is go to a website called Pixvu. I came across this in a YouTube video all about how to transform your images into different cartoon styles using sample images and AI prompts. I'll post the link to the video in the description. You can see on the website that there are many styles to choose from. I went with the thin cartoon style. You can download some of the resources for free or sign up to their premium package. We just want to download the free resources. This will give you a couple of images in the style you chose, and a prompt which you can put into ChatGPT to help generate your images. There is one change I suggest making to the prompt though, so make sure you watch the next step carefully. Once you have downloaded the resources from Pixvu, open ChatGPT. You need to copy and paste the cartoon image first, and then the photo or image of your character that you want to turn into a cartoon. When both images are pasted into the chat box, copy and paste the prompt. You should amend the prompt to say white background, but there is another change to make also. Where it mentions pose, add in brackets, although the character should be facing directly towards the viewer. The prompt has generated a cartoon and I'm pretty happy with it. Now I will prompt ChatGPT to reproduce the same image, but specify different poses such as pointing, extending arms, or eyes closed. You can copy and paste the first cartoon image into each prompt if you like, but it isn't always necessary. I will put the exact prompts I used in the video description. Don't worry if the faces look slightly different or the pattern on the shirt changes. We will be editing the images in the next step. I will skip the remaining image generation for the sake of time, but the process for generating each image is the same. Download each image. Next, you want to go to Google Search and type in PhotoPea. This is a similar program to Photoshop, available for free online. Open PhotoPea and open the ChatGPT images. Here I choose the Instaportrait size canvas. I have started by loading just 2 of the images, and I will remove the writing and logo on the shirt and hat in the image that will be my primary image. This isn't always necessary, but for my purposes, I want to add my own brand and logo. I will start by selecting the lasso tool from the menu on the left. Once selected, I hold down the left mouse button and draw around the object I want to remove. I'm going to fill this selected area with the blue color from the hat. So I click on the foreground color, put the crosshair on the hat, and click the left mouse button. This changes the foreground color to the exact blue as the hat. Now I will click on Edit in the menu at the top of the screen and select Fill. The fill color should already be set to foreground, so click OK. I repeat the process for the shirt, using the lasso tool to draw around the logo on the shirt. I will click on Edit in the menu at the top of the screen and select Fill. The fill color is still the blue we selected, so just click OK again. Repeat the process if you miss any spots. If you make a mistake, just go to the menu and click Undo. Here, I have uploaded my logo to PhotoPea. I am going to put this on the t-shirt of my character. I select the outside area by using the magic wand tool and clicking outside the circle. It selects all the black pixels connected to the pixel I clicked on, which was obviously black. Now I am going to select Edit in the menu and choose Fill. I will fill the area with the blue foreground color to match the shirt. I will use the rectangular selection tool and drag it across the whole image. I use Ctrl and C to copy the selection. Or you can go to the Edit menu and select Copy. I go back to my character image and select Paste in the Edit menu, or simply hit Ctrl and V. Now I just need to use the Edit menu to scale the logo and then the Move tool to position it on the shirt. You will notice that when I add text or paste images onto the original image, it creates layers. These are shown on the right-hand side of the window. It is important to know which layer is selected, as this is the only layer that will be edited. We will combine the layers later. Now I am going to add the brand name to the hat. I click on the Text tool in the menu on the left. I can adjust the size and style of the font just like in Microsoft Word. Use the Move tool to position the text. To get the text to look like it follows the contours of the hat, I use the Warp tool. After selecting Warp, I choose Arc and adjust the slider until I am happy with the result. I use the Move tool once again to make any final adjustments. Because I am going to use an animated mouth for the lip sync, I'm going to remove the mouth in this image. I simply select the brush tool. I change the foreground color to match the skin by selecting the foreground color, placing the crosshair on the skin and clicking the left mouse button. Then I can paint over the mouth with the brush. If you're enjoying this video, please hit that like and subscribe button and help me grow my channel. It's much appreciated. In order to save the image as a PNG file, I first need to combine all the layers. I do this by selecting Layer in the menu and clicking on Flatten Image. Then I can save the image by clicking Export. I will need to change the background to green, but I will come back and do that to all my images later. Now we have our first image. We are going to create different versions with different poses. I'm going to use this first image as the master so that I don't have to go through the whole process of copying the logos each time. The next pose we will create is the one where the character is pointing. Go to the image of the character pointing. Use the lasso tool and draw around the arm that is pointing. We are going to copy and paste it into the master image. It helps if you zoom in. Hold the Alt button and scroll the mouse wheel. Use the Move tool to position the arm in the correct place. You could rescale the layer or rotate it if needed. Go to the Edit menu and click on Transform. You can make very small adjustments by using the arrow keys on the keyboard when moving layers. Here, I am just trying to align the edge of the shirt. I can use the Eraser tool to rub out some of the layer to reveal the layer beneath. Here I am using the eraser to reveal some of the shirt beneath my layer. I made a mistake by erasing part of the arm, so I simply go to the Edit menu and select Undo. I then try again. Now with the arm in place, I go to the bottom layer and using the lasso tool again, I carefully draw around the arm I want to remove. I will fill the selection with the white background color. This might take a few attempts to get all of the arm removed. I actually used the magnetic lasso tool here, but it would have been easier to use the normal lasso tool. Each of the tools in the menu has a small triangle in the corner. This indicates additional tools are available. The magnetic lasso basically connects to the closest line, but can sometimes be cumbersome to use. Each time I select an area, I go to the Edit menu. I choose Fill, and rather than select Foreground, I choose Custom and pick the white color. Remember to flatten the layers by selecting Layer in the top menu and then choosing Flatten Image. Now you can save this image by clicking on Export As. Rather than talk through the same techniques, I will play some music and show you how I did the other poses, including the blinking. If you want, you can skip ahead to the chapter on changing the background to green. Now to change the background color on each of the images. This is done by selecting the Magic Wand tool from the menu on the left. You might need to access the drop-down menu by clicking on the small triangle in the corner. Click on the white background. You'll notice that the space between the character's legs has not been selected as there is an off-white shadow at the character's feet. Simply hold the Shift button and click the mouse to add to the selection. Now I go to Edit Fill and select a custom color. Here I select green. To remove the ground around the character's feet, I simply click on the Magic Wand tool again. Click on the ground and fill with green. You'll notice that I first changed the tolerance of the Magic Wand, allowing for a variance in pixel color. This means that in future, the Magic Wand will select the white and the off-white all at once. Each time I change the background to green, I export the image as a PNG file. I repeat the process for all images. Now for the head tilt. I use the magnetic lasso again to trace around the head. I could also use the Quick Selection tool, which is found in the Magic Wand tool submenu. It works like the Magic Wand, but you just click and drag over the area you want to select, such as the head in this instance. I cut the head and fill the space with the color green. I then paste the head back on and click on Edit in the menu. I select Transform and then Rotate. When finished, I flatten the image and export as a PNG file. I use the brush tool and select black to fix the outline of the shirt. You can adjust the size of the brush simply by clicking either of the square bracket keys on your keyboard. To make the character look left or right, I simply draw around the pupils with the lasso tool. You could, if you want, just draw them back in without copying them. Here, I just chose to paste the same pupil twice, creating 2 new layers. Each new layer has 1 pupil on it, which I can move around the canvas by selecting the right layer. I then use the brush tool to paint over the pupils, making sure I have the bottom layer selected. I match the color using the color picker and the crosshair. Finally, I position the pupils where I want them to be, using the Move tool. Again, I need to select the layer that has the pupil on it. You can play around with the eyes and get the character to look any way you want them to. When I am satisfied with the image, I simply flatten the image and export it as a PNG file. Now I have all my images, I am nearly ready to start animating. I just need to get my lips and lip sync my audio. For this, I am going to go back into Adobe Express where you can find a selection of lips to choose from. I have chosen to use the grumpy mouth. Not because I want my character to look grumpy, but because this mouth shape will fit better with the beard and mustache. You could choose another mouth shape, but the animation might not fit in the space on my character, unless I used the Pin Mask tool. If you want to learn how to use the Pin Mask in CapCut, check out my other video on how to mask anything in CapCut. I'll put a link to the video at the end. I have a choice to record up to 2 minutes of audio using my microphone or uploading an audio file. I created an audio file using 11 Labs, but you can use any one of a number of free voice generators online. Just make sure the audio files are under 2 minutes. You can upload as many times as you need. Welcome to the Creator's Compendium, your complete guide to content creation. Whether you're just starting your YouTube journey or looking to improve your channel, this space is designed to help you build and grow with confidence. Make sure the mouth is on a green background and click Download. Now I have everything I need to animate my character. I import all of the images, including my background and the mouth lip sync clip, into CapCut. I drag the background onto the track and start to place my character images onto the track also, in the order that I want the animation to run. I will combine all of the images that are in sequence without the head tilt. This way I don't have to position and scale as many images. When we get to the head tilt images, we will need to position and scale these separately. This is so that we can easily adjust the lips for the head tilt. You can drag the edge of each image on the track to adjust the length. You don't want the image to change too quickly or too many times, but the eyes closed image for blinking should be quite short. Once all of my images are aligned, I combine the successive images that don't have the head tilt. I remove the background by clicking on the Background tab and choosing Chroma Key. I click on the green background to remove it. Now I can adjust the scale and position my character. Make a note of the scale and position, as you will need to duplicate these values for the images that have the head tilt. Repeat this process of removing the background and scaling and positioning the head tilt images, typing in the X and Y values to position your character in the exact same location as the other clips. You combine the selected clips by using the right mouse button and selecting Create Compound Clip. Now we just need to add the lips. Drag the lip sync clip onto the top layer of the track. Remove the green background by clicking on the Background tab. Select Chroma Key and click on the background. Then scale and position the lips. You can uncheck the uniform scale for the lips and make the mouth wider or thinner depending on what suits. Drag the bar along the timeline to see how the mouth animates, making sure it is positioned where you want it. Now we just need to adjust the position of the lips for the head tilt. Move the time bar to where the head tilt image begins. Select the lip video on the track and cut the clip at that point. Then move to the end of the head tilt clip and cut the lip video again. With the lip video selected, rotate the lips to match the head tilt. Here is the final result. If you learned something from this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more helpful videos on content creation. Welcome to the Creator's Compendium, your complete guide to content creation. Whether you're just starting your YouTube journey or looking to improve your channel, this space is designed to help you build and grow with confidence. New videos are added regularly with beginner-friendly tips, practical tools, and step-by-step guidance to support every stage of your content creation journey. Subscribe today and start creating with clarity and purpose. Thanks for watching. I hope to catch you next time on The Creator's Compendium.